Hello everyone. It's just me. Now that the first season of Hazbin Hotel has been wrapped up, and in my own personal opinion, I think the series sort of stuck a landing, to be honest. It did actually stuck its landing. Despite its rocky journey to get there, I believe the series wrapped up in a really not great, but in a satisfying way. Before I go into this, I want to give a big shout out to VisiPop and the entire cast and crews. You guys did something truly amazing, and VisiPop, you deserve all the success you've gained. So congratulations, and it's crazy that you started this all on YouTube and finished all of this on an actual streaming service. So congratulations. It's rare to see a YouTuber go from go to the heights that you've achieved. So I want to give a big shout out to VisiPop, all the writing team, all the animation team. You guys did something truly amazing. Now, the show itself has been heavily criticized for a lot of different things. Some good faith, some bad faith, and definitely some bullshit. It's been criticized for its rush pacing, its, reveals that didn't really feel earned, and some character arcs that didn't really land properly. In fact, most of the character arcs just felt kind of rushed, and they felt the need to wrap a lot of them up just very quickly. Now, that's no fault. That's no fault of the writers or VisiPop herself. They were only given 8 episodes to work with. So obviously, when you have that short of a time, you are going to be restricted by a lot of things, and you're not gonna have enough time to sort of flesh out every single character and let them sort of simmer and breathe. But I want to bring up a part of the show that has been constantly consistent and compelling throughout the entirety of the show. Despite all the rocky parts of the show, there has been one sole part of it that has been very consistent, very entertaining, and very compelling. And that has been Alistair's role in the story.
First man, next to die.
Who the fuck are you?
Alistair, pleasure to be meeting you. Quite a pleasure. I'm about to end your fucking life.
Holy shit.
What did you say?
Nothing,
If you ever say that again, I will tear your soul apart and broadcast your screams for every other disrespectful wretch who dares to question me.
Understood.
Lovely.
Alistair's role in the Hazbin Hotel series is one of the most interesting and mysterious parts of the entirety of the series, which makes sense considering that most of the major reveals and the major plot points in the stories have kind of been rushed to the point that the reveals sort of don't really hit, despite there no build up to these reveals. The only character that I could think of that had an actual good character arc from beginning to end was Sir Pretentious.
What? Where am I? Oh. Hello?
But I want to talk about Alistair. From beginning to end, Alistair's goal is shrouded in mystery. He's been gone for 7 years, which is, everyone's wondering where he's been at. Everyone's wondering why he's been gone. Coincidentally, 7 years has also been the same amount of time that Lilith, Charlie's mother, has also been missing. Do not worry, I will get to that. Over the course of the series, we get little hints of what Alistair is doing back and why he is back. Throughout the series, the seeds are being planted and the mystery is simmering and the fans are theorizing. The mystery is being built up throughout the story, so the payoff feels even sweeter. The story drops little hints about Alistair's goal over time, and people start to speculate and piece things together with theories of their own. A big problem of the series itself is a lack of build-up to major events or reveals. These events or reveals, they feel rushed. They feel, they don't feel earned in a sort of way. And the payoff to these reveals sort of feels cheap because there was hardly any build-up to them. We never gave fans the time to speculate and discuss among themselves like, oh, what's going to happen to this? Is Adam this? Is Vaggie this? Or whatever. The fans are not given the breadcrumbs to theorize about what comes next and have discussions about where the series and characters are going and what directions they are heading. It's more of like, they're not given like, you are not given like the fans or the people who watch the show enough to work with. And when you make these like major reveals, they kind of feel cheap and they just feel not earned because you didn't give enough time to build them up so they can have a satisfying payoff. Look at shows like Gravity Falls or Rick and Morty. There are entire genres of videos on YouTube discussing and theorizing and speculating about what's happening in these shows and what's going to happen with the characters. There are entire forums and Reddit threads just based on discussing the theories of these shows, discussing the mystery behind these shows and piecing together the clues that have been left behind. Because that was one of the best parts about being a fan of these shows, because that was like one of the most fun parts of being a fan of these shows. It was the most engaging. You got to piece things together, talk with different fans of the show, to theorize. That was something really special when you had everyone come together and just talk about the show and what was going to happen within it. And that was something that Hazbin Hotel unfortunately kind of failed with. Except with Alistair and Lilith, though.
Adam is dead. Your deal is done, and I'm in charge now. Your brat is threatening the very foundation of heaven. And if you want to stay here, you're going down there and stopping that bitch. You understand me, Lilith?
If you look up Hazbin Hotel theories on YouTube or online, a majority of discussions and theories that are being thrown around about the show is centered around Alistair and Lilith. There have been theories that the two are connected in some sort of way, and since both have been gone for 7 years, and the theory that Alistair is in some sort of deal where he's on the leash of someone much more powerful, and that person being Lilith. This, however, is still a theory. Theory. Okay, I'm gonna stop. It's too soon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's not the most interesting part of the show just because he's cool and he's entertaining. He's the most interesting part of the show because there have been so much left to explore when it comes to him and his role in the Hazbin Hotel story. That's about it. If you want to see more of my garbage I put up on the internet, then anyway, that's about it. If you want to see more garbage I put up on the internet, then, like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I cover a wide variety of things. Anyway, that's about it. See ya.